Happy Monday to you.
Good morning.
And happy birthday to us.
Yes. 18 years. I was going to say 28 years.
18 years ago today, we arrived in Bucerias on our new adventure, which has been many years in the happening.
With our awesome 4 kids who were little guys. They were just little guys.
If only they stayed awesome.
That's not nice.
I was kidding. No, 18 years ago, we happily and joyfully moved to Mexico, and it was home the moment that we arrived.
Home, sweet home.
Now, we were chatting about what we would talk about today, and we're thinking maybe a little bit more of our story. Some of you know this story. But yeah, it was definitely a different time in the world. There was no HGTV telling people you need to move somewhere else in the world. Frankly, we didn't know anybody who did what we did. There was another couple at our church. Well, thank you. We appreciate that, Leslie. And hello, happy Monday to you. There was one other family at our church. And good morning to you.
And you know what? Jeff and Claudia's will be a day later.
Really?
Well, they move tomorrow. Officially, like all in, move tomorrow here.
Wow, very close. Good morning, Danny, and happy Monday. So yeah, we'll chat a little bit about what brought us to Mexico. And I mean, really, I can't even answer that question other than to say it was a God thing. I was at work 2 years, I guess a little more than 2 years before we moved to Mexico. And some of the people there were talking about Mexico. And immediately in my heart, I knew I was supposed to live here. And I called Christie and I said, we're supposed to move to Mexico.
My heart wasn't quite on board.
Now, you need to understand, the day I met Christie, I was 16 years old. It was Halloween 1986. And I had gone to Chuck E. Cheese with a buddy of mine to get a job. And I had met Christie. And I told my buddy as I'm leaving, I just met the girl I'm going to marry.
I wasn't playing at Chuck E. Cheese. I was working. I was one of the few adult people that worked at Chuck E. Cheese, someone that was over 18, because, of course, to sell alcohol, you need to be over 18. You have to have someone over 18 to serve it. So I had to come in, even though I was sick.
It is interesting. I mean, I even told my mom that night I met the girl I'm going to marry. I mean, I was 16 years old. What the heck did I know? But I knew who I was supposed to marry. In my life, I've had probably 4 or 5 decisions like that where I just knew and everything else was laid out. Maybe 6 or 7 now. Because even this house is one of those decisions as well.
And good morning, Kira from Edmonton. Or no, we're in Edmonton. No, we're here. So good morning from Bucerias to you in Edmonton. How's that?
So I called Christie and I started telling everybody we're moving to Mexico. Because I set my family down and I said, we're supposed to move to Mexico. And Christie's kind of telling people, no, we're not, actually. So yeah. So we did this thing and Christie finally says, I'm going to stop saying no and start listening. Within 24 hours, she's like, yeah, we're supposed to move to Mexico. And we're expecting gas today, just to throw that
Yeah,
out
I was
there.
just thinking we should probably move the truck back.
It's fine.
No, it's blocking the entry. That entry is dangerous. It's so slippery with the mildew, the green.
I'm pretty sure those guys will be fine.
Okay.
So, yeah, 2 years, Christie's like, no, we're not moving. So when we finally said yes, we probably talked to about 2,000 people that we told that we're moving to Mexico. Even the warehouse manager of the Red Deer Costco, I said, we're moving to Mexico. And always he'd be like, so why haven't you gone yet? Why haven't you gone yet? And it was over a year that I'd been telling him this. And I'm like, it's going to happen.
Oh, gosh, Dolores, so much has changed. Our first visit here, obviously, was 2003. And the stuff that has changed since then, I can't even imagine since the 80s.
Because I'm pretty sure most of you know we'd never been to Mexico before. We sold everything to move to a country with 4 young children to a place we'd never been before.
Yeah, we sold our house, we sold our business.
It took me 7 years to think that maybe that was just a little odd. Just a little odd. We'd had a big storm. It was this 20-minute tempest in a teapot that just came from nowhere.
I don't think that's what that means.
Well, I think it is.
No.
It is. It just came out of nowhere. We did not expect it. Nobody did. And one guy died, but walls blew over. Condos were vacuumed
Trees fell.
out, and people were trapped in bathrooms, hiding and trying to hold onto the door so it wouldn't fly open and suck them out of the condo on the oceanfront condos. Guys got swept out to sea.
Yeah, it was pretty wild.
Guys got swept out to sea. So I went around town and was taking photos, put it on our website, buceriusnews.com, which we used to operate at the time. And we had at the time like 600 to 800 people at a moment on the website. It was so crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, people were checking out the photos. But as I'm walking through town, I started thinking about the people that live here and just how odd they are. And then I thought, what if we're weird? And that was at that moment that I kind of came cool.
But you all know we're not weird. I mean, all of you guys know we're not weird.
No, I think we are. I think weird people don't do what their friends do. They don't work where they were born. They don't live where they were born. They don't stay friends with the same. I guess you still stay friends with the same people. But they go out to the world and do crazy, awesome things. For us, we were very fortunate because we found our place in the world immediately. I mean, it was like Sylvan Lake.
We found two places in the world that we felt very at home. So if we would have moved straight from Mexico or from Edmonton to Mexico, I think it would have been an easier decision. But we loved Sylvan Lake so much. We met such awesome people. I just want to say good morning to Larry and Donna. And Eva, no, we are not talking about a hurricane. There was just this really strong wind quite a few years ago, and that's when John decided he was weird. I mean, if he would have listened to you and I, he'd have known since we first met him that he was weird.
That's kind of true. So, yeah, that was the beginning of our Mexico thing, and we drove to Edmonton. We used to live in Sylvan, to tell your family that we were moving. Our 9-year-old daughter at the time is like, this is just a bad idea.
We should just call them when we get to the border and tell them that we're leaving.
And we laughed. Turns out maybe she was right. I don't know.
Yeah, my mom was not happy. My dad, it was hard to read. I'm sure he wasn't very happy because at the time we had the only grandkids. And my mom and dad were very close to our grandkids. They spent a lot of time with them when they were little. And now they're spending a lot of time, well, she is now spending a lot of time with them as they are hitting adulthood. Well, or I guess they hit adulthood.
For a while, your dad was talking about maybe moving to Rocky.
There was a comment here and it disappeared. Oh, there it goes. That's weird. You're right, Julie. Who wants to be normal?
I don't know. So, yeah, her dad was talking about moving to Rocky, and I said, for God's sakes, do not do it because we're close, because we will not be. We will be moving to Mexico. So we go to Christie's parents, and then I find out every time I was telling them we're moving to Mexico, she'd be behind them going,
we're not really moving.
We're not really.
I wouldn't do that to my children. What kind of life would they have in Mexico? Only the best life ever. And you can ask my kids. They loved their time here.
Yeah,
loved it.
It really is it was a great country. It still is a great country. Obviously, times have progressed. And this isn't the same town we moved to 18 years ago. We've seen so many changes.
For the better and for the worse. One thing that is kind of a Bucerius icon or iconic restaurant is closing at the end of October. Mark's Bar and Grill here in Bucerius, they are retiring officially. And so I believe it's like October 23rd or something is their last night. So, and that will be different to not have Mark's.
It will be. So, Kira, your question, do you like Mexico today? We love Mexico today. And, I mean, we did before when we first moved here. Now, understand, Bucerius was a very, very different place. We came off of the highway, so you know where you come down the highway, you come down the hill, and it had Bucerius and an arrow. So we
figured that was Bucerius. We didn't know. We'd never been here before.
No, and we hadn't even been to downtown. We hadn't gone around that corner. So we go into this area, and we're like, wow, it's a very small town. Because we knew nothing about this area. We'd never been here before.
4 more days, Jolene.
So, yeah, it was definitely an experience.
Yes. Oh, my gosh.
Okay, so what was this?
That's a
Holy
long pose. Okay, Joe.
Taking English medicine wasn't working out. I needed medicine which cures. What is this?
Okay, I don't think this is somebody that is.
Yeah, no, it's a spam
So
thing.
just, can you delete it?
I don't know. No. Oh, wait. There we go. Actually, there we go. Okay, so what is the weather in Mexico currently? It is very warm. It is in the like 27 to 31 degree range with humidity between 65 and 95%. When it starts getting in the 90s, oh my gosh, it is warm.
He's a good guesser. It is currently 26 degrees.
Yep.
It
So,
feels like 29 degrees because the humidity is 87%. So the
so Jeff,
humidity.
happy Monday, and Dolores, yes, it was very sad.
Yeah. So, Jeff, we were saying that
You're going to be one
you are
day.
going to be one day after, and 18 years, of course, after our anniversary in Mexico, in Bucerias, specifically, because obviously we hit Mexico a couple days ago, but
18 years
18
ago.
years, 18 years and a couple days ago. I know, all the comments keep disappearing. I've noticed that. That's so weird. Like on mine,
It's weird.
then I go back and they show up again. Looks like we're bringing rain. Great. That's what we want, is more rain, because it hasn't rained here all flippin' summer.
It has, actually.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know
well,
where
that
you've
was
been.
sarcasm.
Every night, almost, it's we're sitting, and then all of a sudden you just hear this whoosh.
And the worst thing is, right now, it is not helping with the humidity. Normally, when it rains like that, the humidity just dissipates. But no.
So, yes. So, if we would have had a child, that child could now legally vote today in Mexico.
Yeah.
But then that would have been 5 children, and I don't know how that would have
Thanks,
worked.
Wendy. She's saying happy birthday. Just to be clear, for anybody that is watching this and just coming in, it's our birthday here in Mexico, right?
18 years ago
18
today,
years.
we arrived in Bucerias. We met Joanna and Patricia right away. They were the first people that we met when we moved here. So what ended up happening was we lived in Vallarta for like 3 days just so we can get ready, because we knew Bucerias was where we were going to be. In Bucerias, it's interesting because Bucerias found us. We didn't even know what a Bucerias was. We just knew we were going to live here. And what happened was, well, we had many people tell us, but I think the most important one was when we got the insurance at AMA. AMA is just like AAA in the States, but it's AMA is the Alberta Motor Association. So we went there, and in those days you would get a trip tick. We didn't have GPS and all that fun stuff you have on your phones today. So you would go in, get the trip tick, and they would have, essentially it's a map that you turn pages, and each page leads you to the next part of your tour, and it shows you where the hotels are, where the points of interest are, etc. So we needed to get insurance at AMA, and the gal who was there, 24 years old, and she says to us,
I'm sorry. So Spencer thinks 4 kids were more than enough. Spence, if we would have stopped at 3, I wouldn't have had to read that comment. So there.
And this gal said to us, because she says, why are you guys going to Puerto Vallarta? I says, well, we're moving there. And she's like, you need to move to Bucerias, just like that. She had lived there, or lived here in town for 3 years, and had just gone back. And she was very excited for us. So she says, you're going to have a great time. And guys, we burnt every bridge in Canada. We have no ties to Canada. Even our children that are in Canada, Spencer, you're included, we have 0 ties to you.
No, he's my baby.
We love our
Spencer's
children.
My baby.
We have no financial ties to Canada.
Okay, so Wendy is saying that she knew that. Yes, and I didn't mean that you didn't know that, Wendy. I just wanted to make sure if people read happy birthday that they didn't think it was our birthday. Her birthday, Wendy's birthday, is 13 years ago on October the 5th.
Fantastic.
And Jolene wants to know about your parents living here.
Yeah, that gets very complicated. It's just that they lived here for a bit.
John worked with them for about a year.
In real world, I did not want to. I mean, I love my parents, but working with family is very difficult, and I knew it would be. And it was Christie
Oh, we're
said,
not family? Is that what you're saying?
"Well, yeah, I guess." So yeah, it was a very interesting time here for sure. And at the beginning, when I decided we were moving to Mexico, my parents weren't here. So it's only because God is awesome that He sent them here, and they've long since moved back to Canada.
Oh, and you're welcome, Spence. I just read the thank you very much. You're welcome that we didn't stop at 3.
They live they live in Sault Ste. Marie on the river
Ontario.
in Ontario, and they live in a beautiful place.
And Michael, good morning. Mama, good morning.
Hello, hello. Our Mex time clock starts tomorrow. Yes, it does.
Yes, that's what we were saying. You guys will be 18 years and a day less than us. Just like John likes to remind people that I'm 2 years and a day older.
Yes. So we had some hiccups when we moved to Mexico because we didn't speak the language. Still don't. And even Christy, who has been taking Spanish, still does not like to talk Spanish to folks that need to speak Spanish. But yeah, so when
it's not that I don't like to, it just takes so much longer to talk and speak in Spanish for me. So my brain has to think of the word, then I have to conjugate it, and then I have to say it, and I have to put other words with it. It's hard. It's hard.
But
wording
you learned that
is
trick.
hard.
You learned that trick.
Yeah, but that's one little trick about past tense. If
but
I'm
it's
talking
80%.
to someone
80% of the time that trick works.
For past tense, I don't always speak in the past tense.
She doesn't.
So anyways.
Because we've got a future. And our future is Mexico.
Yeah. So I will continue taking my Spanish lessons, and I will learn it. It is actually, honestly, it is even taking longer for me to grasp some of these things that I thought would be easier. And I mean, part of it is I don't spend the time after class to do as much studying as I probably need.
Yeah. Spanish is a tough language if you start with English or another language. But then again, 3-year-old Chinese children speak Chinese, and that's supposed to be a very difficult language to learn. So 3-year-old children in China are doing something more difficult than you or I will ever do. Speaking Chinese.
And Eva, it should be SISI, not CEECEE. Just in case you ever decide to come visit us on this side of the country, not Cancun.
The funniest part about moving to Mexico, I thought it was funny, was learning what Chi-Chi's was. Because Chi-Chi's was this Mexican restaurant in Edmonton where you would get frozen ice cream, which was a very cool thing, and Mexican food. But Chi-Chi's kind of is like Hooters type thing. It means boobies. And it's a slang term. And boy, when I found that out, it's like everybody's like, I'm going to Chi-Chi's and Chi-Chi's and Chi-Chi's. Yeah,
you're still nursing?
The Spanish people, I think, were laughing.
Bud Mold is saying that his Bousserier's birthday is June 14 years ago.
Wow.
And Angela is saying that her mom was coming with them back in 2008. Her brother swooped in and said, "You're not taking mother to Mexico. She loved the ocean. Care would have been more manageable preserving her assets." And then Angela also said that we'll have to throw you in the Pueblo and come and get you later. Me too, not enough Spanish. And its heyday, Chi-Chi's was a good restaurant. I agree. But now that I know what real Mexican food is,
it is so true. What we thought Mexican food was more of that Tex-Mex style. Mm-hmm. And it's really...
with all the cream and, and they just don't do that here. The only time there's cheese on your tacos is if it's a quesadilla. So, yeah, it is interesting, the difference, right? They don't do the hard tacos. They do the tostadas, right? But those aren't usually hot. Those are usually cold. Yeah. And they'll have seafood or something on them.
Doritos. They're sopes. Doritos are kind of like the little wedgies with the hard corn wedges. Those are Doritos.
And I'm a senora.
Yes.
Senora.
Are you?
I am.
I thought you were a doña.
Well, that too. But that's too much to explain.
Well, senorita is a younger, well, could be a single woman. Then a senora is married, and then a doña is kind of like, it's like you're the queen of the hood.
So I'm doña here in this house. I don't think I am anywhere else, but here in the house, I am definitely
Doña Christie. That's what I call her all day. Doña. Actually, that sounds like a sweet name.
At Taco Tuesday at Yo-Yo's, you can get a hard taco. Again, not very Mexican,
No.
although they are good. And every once in a while, you just need that fix. You know, people laugh. What do you want to go for a hamburger for? Because I can have tacos every single day of the week. A good hamburger is hard to come by.
Tlayudas.
There are a few places, though, that do. How about chica? Chica is usually...
It's not a term that is of any respect or formality.
It's really like a friend. Hey, chica, what's up? You know, it would be... Yeah.
So, senorita, senora, and doña, kind of, there's a flow.
That's like
of Mrs., yeah.
Ms. and Mrs.
Yeah.
And then doña is just more formal and more... doña is someone that's powerful. Chica is just buddy. Chica is just, yeah, she's my... ella es una chica. I don't know. I don't even know how you'd use it, really. Just in calling someone, maybe.
Maybe.
I call my granddaughters chicas. Hey,
really?
Chica. Sometimes.
Okay. All right. That's true, actually, you do. And our granddaughters... But only
in playing. Like, I mean...
Course. They would be like little senoritas.
Like, oh, I called Taylor senorita one day. No, Nana, I'm Taylor. Okay. Actually, but I can be senora at the store.
But when she plays senora, because she plays a game with the store, we've told you guys this, where she operates a store and she is a senora. So even at the age of 3.5, she's a senora.
No, she's never the senora.
Oh, she is the senora. When she
always calls me senora.
Yeah, because you're always the easy mark. If she's playing with other people, she's got to be fair. With you, she can do whatever she wants, and she knows it.
And she can get away with it.
She knows it.
So, okay, so Eva, another Spanish lesson. If you are talking to a male and a female, first of all, you wouldn't say chica. You wouldn't even say chico. You would probably say amigos. Amigos. Amiga is for female. Amigos or amigo is for a male. Amigos is for more than one, and it can be men and women. I know. See how confusing it is?
There are male words. There are gender neutral words.
Gender neutral? Genital neutral words?
There are trans words. There really isn't.
Actually, there are some in Spanish. There are some that go both ways, baby.
Jeez. Holy cow.
I know. So, you know what? Don't complain to me when I'm not learning Spanish as fast as you think I should.
All right. I'm sorry. So we got these flashlights at Costco.
What a way to change the subject.
Because Christie says we need these.
Don't do it in my face. Those are really bright.
So, yeah, they're 500.
But we don't have... So, when the power went out with Nora...
the candles were pretty, though. I like that. Yeah. Christie put out all these candles.
See, look at this. You screwed everything up because of that bright flash.
There we go.
The struggle is real with Spanish. Yeah, no kidding. All we had was candles. We don't... And then the lights on our phones. What happens if our batteries die on our phones? So...
Our phones last a hell of a lot longer than these flashlights.
I know, but we can buy those batteries and keep replacing them. The phone, if you don't have electricity, you're kind of hooped.
We've got backup batteries for that as well. Plus, who's the guy? Luis.
Oh, yeah.
Luis says he's building a battery that you're going to be able to hook up to a grid tie system, which the moment power goes down, it kicks in. It's like 0.003 of a second. So I'm curious to see how that'll work. I know these systems exist in the U.S.
Mis amigos. See, I'm learning, John. Because if it's plural, me has to be mis. Mis amigos.
There you go.
Don't ask me why, because I'm still only one person, but I'm talking about my friends. It's just crazy. It's craziness.
There is a multiple personality disorder show on Netflix right now. Billy something or other. I've not watched it.
Why do you look at me when you talk about that?
You reminded me of something. Yeah, she
That's
did.
not very nice. Hi, Debbie. How are you? Are you back in the States, or are you still in Canada?
Nova Scotia last time, which is a strange place to be, especially this time of year. I think it's getting kind of cool there. It's September. It can snow.
It can snow at any moment.
It is crazy. In Mexico this time of year, it will never snow. If it snowed here, the entire world would be over. It's done.
Yeah. So we don't have much to do today. We need to do some packing, and we're waiting for gas to come because we ran out over the weekend. So I couldn't. If I don't know if you can see, but
And Jeff and Claudia, if they want any
I have
showers.
dirty dishes because I don't have any hot water to clean them. Those are all just from yesterday, though, so that's okay. It's
Where'd you
only
get the
one
little
day.
pineapple?
Oh yeah, so the little truck came by the other day.
Oh, in front of the
Oh,
house?
you were upstairs when we opened the other one.
Oh.
So this was a couple of days ago, and the girls had really wanted some mandarins, so I bought them some little mandarins, and then
There's guys that sell shrimp, all
yeah.
kinds of fish,
and
they come to the house.
So then he had these pineapples, and so I said, I'll take one. He says, well, if you get 3, it'll be 50 pesos. I said, okay, give me 3. So I got the 3 mangoes and a kilo of mandarins for 70 pesos.
At your door.
At my door.
And like I said previous, every night, 2 donut trucks, they come by.
And this is the smallest of the 3, and it was actually the least ripe. But the one that we had yesterday, the kids were here, and John was cooking while we ate it.
Thanks for saving me some.
Super. The girls ate
actually same as the
it.
grapes. I went to go have grapes. Christie's like, they're gone too. It's like we keep buying this stuff. I don't get it.
Granddaughters, you ate all those yummy tomatoes.
I got some vine ripened tomatoes, just the little guys from Costco. 80 pesos, which was like $4. And I really enjoyed those. They were very candy-like.
So Debbie is saying that she's still there for 2 more days. Yeah, Amberlyn and Taylor both liked them, especially Amberlyn. She had quite a few.
Amberlyn, she just kept coming back. And she looked so serious when she was eating those tomatoes.
Quit bragging. People will come here and buy houses. That's the idea. We're realtors.
Yeah.
Bud is asking the date of the official opening of the new office. I need to mark it down.
November.
At this point in time, unless anything changes, our goal is to be fully open, have our big party on the 30th of November.
In honor of our eldest daughter. That's not really
no.
Good. But it's just the day that
it was a day that it was, because so lots of stuff's happening, right? Day of the Dead, there's Revolution, Christmas is coming. So we wanted to get it done. We wanted to make sure that there were more people here because we tend to get busier later in October and early December. So that is what we're doing. As soon as we find out that there's no conflicting things happening in the plaza that night, we will be sending out invitations to all our friends and clients. And
is it a Monday or a Tuesday night?
I think it's a Tuesday.
You don't need to check. It's just going to be a Monday or a Tuesday. So November 30th is a Monday or a Tuesday. I found out you can reuse your calendars. I mean, I knew this. But
unless you write all over them, and then those appointments won't exist.
But it's like 20-some years ago that I really paid attention. But this year was not too long ago. I think it was like, since we lived in Mexico, they've had this calendar again.
The same dates?
Yeah, it's like 2011, I believe, or something like that.
I'm not
or 2010. The coffees are still tasting weird.
Our taste buds,
tasting weird.
And John showed me this article.
It's very depressing.
It could be like a year till I get my taste back.
Yeah.
And lucky. I'll keep them.
But why are we both suffering from exactly the same dang things? Like, guys, it is so weird. This isn't what we're being told it is. How the hell is this affecting our taste buds?
Yeah, and Angela is asking when they sing door to door. I think it's like the 12th of December or something for the posada.
Oh, but on Mother's Day in Mexico, they do sing door to door. Like the mothers at midnight on Mother's Day.
Did I say Debbie's still there for 2 more days?
Yep. Okay. Did. On Mother's Day, they actually at midnight go to the mothers.
Jolene said it's a Tuesday.
They sing.
It's a Tuesday. We're going to have food, we're going to have music, we're going to have drinks.
We will have food, music, and drinks. So it's going to be a fun time. The office is smaller. There's no way around it. But I think we're going to have so many more people. We're very, very excited. It is going to be stupid busy from now on.
Yeah,
so, which is good.
We are extremely excited about this new office. It's in a wonderful location. I'm not excited about all the work I have to do because, and I don't, when I say I really mean I, because I know he's not going to help me very much, but we have a bunch of storage that's up in the unit above us in our office because we have both floors. And
we're going to a single floor.
We are going to a smaller single floor, a lot less storage. We had a storage unit that was actually housing some of John's mom and stepdad's stuff. And so we
grew it.
Well, we added some of our stuff to it. And then when we decided that we didn't need it anymore because we had our bodega and we got rid of all of that stuff, some of the files and stuff, the most logical place for them to go was in the office upstairs. Now we're not going to have that space. So we have to figure out.
We still haven't talked to him again about a price. But then again, do we really want that office now? I just don't think it's going to be beneficial. Just because I want a warehouse on the highway eventually. So that's going to be, I think, our 3-year plan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So anyway, so there's lots of stuff up there. There is some personal stuff up there that was ours, like crafts, and a bunch of our photos are up there. And I don't even know what I want, what kind of shape they're going to be in. I mean, they haven't been wet, but they would have been humid.
Well, plus all of our tapes that we have not digitized yet, which is terrifying because we've got so many videos of the children when they were younger. I don't even know if those guys will be good anymore. I hope so.
Anyway, so there's a lot of stuff up there. So I'm probably going to have to hire some of the kids from the church to come and help me just start sorting. I mean, obviously there's going to be stuff in there that is just too old to worry about, and it'll be garbage. What we can donate, we will donate, and what we will keep, we will store here in our bodega.
The funny thing about 18 years is that things get old.
Why are you looking at me when you say that?
I wasn't.
Don't forget your bank stuff. I have what I could find packed, Jolene, or ready to be packed. I have what I think I need.
So we have a non-resident alien account in the U.S. that we want to.
Well, technically we have 2. We never officially closed down that Chase account. So I don't know what they do like long term like that.
Yeah.
And then we have one at BBVA, which is being bought out by PNC or PCN or something. I don't know any of
PCR
what that
test.
is.
It's a PCR test.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Oh, our test. We got to schedule our tests. We should do it tomorrow. Wednesday, we do it.
All right. What day do we leave?
Friday afternoon.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, happy birthday to us.
18 years in Mexico. Yes, 18 years actually in. It was when we hit Bucerias was 18 years ago today.
Yeah. And actually, I wouldn't change anything. I really would not change anything. No, I don't think so.
Nothing?
Well, I would have started Elements earlier. But other than that. Thanks, Danny. Much appreciated.
Yeah, and it's full time. I mean, we don't have another home anywhere. So when we say that we've been in Mexico 18 years full time, we are full time. Like we go away for a couple of months every few years. Not even.
Yeah, that I regret, Spencer. Thanks for reminding me. That's because your mom had to have one.
Spencer,
thanks.
Don't you love your mummy anymore?
Or any other vehicle you've bought. Pretty much. Fair enough.
What on there? There's someone that shouldn't be talking.
Yeah.
Young man.
All right, we are out of here.
You guys are.
We're not out.
I met you the second year here in 2009. Chase Bank is 5 minutes.
Who said that?
Jolene. So Angela said that we met them. Yes, we did meet you guys shortly after you moved here. And Jolene is just reminding me that there's a Chase Bank close. So, Spence, get back to work. Leslie, get back to work.
All right. Thanks,
It was
guys.
nice chatting with you guys. See you tomorrow.
Ciao.